Stakeholders. What I mean about stakeholders in starting a business, some of the bloopers that many business owners do, and how to separate or manage a self-employed business or independent contractor business or your company that hosts a lot of independent contractors within your business name. There's a catch-22 to this. Many business owners appear to come with many conflicts, altercations, disagreements, because what they have failed to realize that independent contractors really is taking advantage of your space to promote their business to become their own. There are temporary grounds that you're allowing them to hold a seat where they'll build up on your business name, credit, and any sources that you promote, advertise to bring in new clientele. They feel they forthright to have a client. The fact is it true or is it not? I can break up two types right now. You have a business owner that formed their business. They have independent contractor, but they may have certain stipulations where they're bringing in the clients based on their advertisement, their promotion, their business name, and their clientele base, which sometimes fills in an overflow of clientele based on their investment into their company. But they have independent contractors in there. There are stakeholders that there may not be on the EIN number, they may not be on the business deal, but you have allowed a additional business to work inside of your business. They're paying you booth rental fee to build a space to build up on their business. Some may be content just to stay there and not build up, but there's many use small business owners, sole proprietors, general partnerships, and incorporated business, corporation businesses, small corporation business to take advantage of the kill. So, do you have stipulations in your contract? But it's a fine line because are they 1099? If you're not building that platform of a 1099, why are they there? Are they being responsible for filing their own income, or they're keeping up their own income? You may want to rethink the plan. I know that a lot may think that renting spaces is a means of all means of building income, but it's not guaranteed income. It's like a rotating door, and sometimes you may get a 50% to stay, but in actuality, you're depending on that income to pay your lease or whatever needs there. Are they paying their portion of the utilities, the extra expense such as internet, promotion, and advertisement? Are you getting your real true fare of renting your space out to them? Are they a burden? Do they do business like yours or opposite of yours? Do you know if they're doing something that's opposite of what you design your business? Can be somewhat a conflict of interest and can cause tension within the business. Is it that serious to take on income that's not sure income? What risk are you willing to do? Are you really risking violations, state, county, city violations? You really risk they not licensed or don't have the requirements to even to do the service they do. What is the risk? If your business was faced with a pandemic, are you able to carry that weight of that business with or without those independent contractors? My thing is, really think clearly about this, because here we are in a pandemic. Many businesses are closing because they thought that they can hold those contracts or those independent contractors or the ones that's leasing or paying monthly liable for that booth space. But at the end of the day, it's your business name out there. So what should you do? Should you let the business sink or fail? Or should you go back to the rehiring plan or changing your way of doing business? Should you actually do wages? Or should you do both? But do you have enough to cover the costs? Are you monitoring to see if they're luring your business clients or all your clients away for a kill? Because these are the things that people run into. Is vetting in the beginning. You have to vet the person that you want to come in your establishment, or you will face a lot of conflicts. It's one of the biggest business bloopers, because we just know we got this business going. We're going to get these booth space. We counted for them. We calculated. We wrote it down. We hired them. And they seemed like they was enthusiastic, but all until they had a different plan. They wanted to capitalize and crush your business. It's called business of survival. So when you're choosing people to rent your booth space, think closely. The first key words is, I need a place to run my business. I'm tired of running it out of my car, or I'm tired of running it out of my house or apartment, and it got too small, and I'm interested in your place, and I can see that I can get some walk-ins. Blah, 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 blah. Back up. First alert. This is an entrepreneur on the rise. If a person is not coming in saying, I'm interested in renting your booth space, I have a clientele base, my own clients, I promote my own clients, I do my own advertisement, or they can offer, I may not have enough clientele, but I'm willing to invest in your business for advertisement promotion to bring in. And if I bring in advertising promotion, can I have those walk-ins that come in, or can we share the walk-ins? Can you manage the walk-in flow? Can you do it fairly? Most people that think that they're in business are not playing a fair business route. Sometimes they have their own receptionists or other business owners dictating on who should get what client, by leaving the new business entrepreneur out in the wind where they can't even get any clients. And so what happens is, since they can't get any clients because they nutrition into the people that they know, then you just lost that booth space because you wasn't willing to manage and negotiate and be fair about making sure each walk-in is distributed equally. These are some of the bloopers that happens over and over and over. You would think business entrepreneurs, small business, sole proprietor, general partnerships that choose this route of self-employment, independent contractors, you would think they would get a clue. Some will come in as bold with their own. You're allowing your brand to be tarnished by allowing an independent contractor come inside of your space with the same like business with their logos and their brand. That is a clear indication that you should not even allow them to rent your space. They need their own building, their own space, and they shouldn't even be in your establishment, because that's called avoiding conflicts. Do conflict resolution no matter how tight your budget is. Some money is not good money. All money is not good. If that money is dirty, don't take it. I don't care how far behind or what you're struggling. Just get out there and hustle more and find the right person to meet your booth space. Because if you don't, it will come back to bite you. Though this is a major big beginner's bloopers. Then you have some independent contractor. They're not trying to be a business owner because they know that's not the shoes they fitting. But you do have to worry about the ones they're going to groom under you, learn everything that they can from you. They go to the next business and do the same thing. Save up their money, take some of your clients, take some of the other business clients. Next thing you know, they got a big old empire. Because you failed to look at the warning signs because you were so caught up on that booth rent space. Major blooper. How to hire and spot the right person. If it's about their business, their brand, they need to have their own business brand in their own location. You're looking for someone that is not into the entrepreneurship. They wants to be able to earn income off of their license or their gift, their talent, or whatever their service they're servicing. They just want a space to make money, not build up off of your brand to pretty much to destroy it. Some of these new entrepreneurs, they get down and dirty. They will slander you down, even if it's a lie truth. Internet is their best friend. So now you have to be in your P's and Q's. And then next thing you know, you have to reestablish your brand. Because you allowed fast money to come in your shop and destroy your brand. These are just some big business bloopers that always occur in personal services type of industry. I don't care if you're a massage parlor. I don't care if you a beautician, barber. I don't care if you're a tattoo artist, a body piercer, a esthetician. I don't care what kind of personal service you have. When you're renting these booth spaces, think clearly, choose wisely. You're either gonna try to select someone that you don't mind sharing your shine, or maybe you can choose a person that you can build together and you all can build the brand that you have. Or if you want to stay controlled, then you need to select people that rent spaces to earn money. And they're not thinking about being a boss, because it's more than notion you being a boss and you got a boss in there trying to boss you in your own building, trying to be the boss of all the bosses that's in the building. And how to prevent that. You know those personalities. I don't care how good they talk. Oh, I came from Mississippi. I came from Arkansas. And I used to work and he hopped from one place to the next. That is alarm. How to select, how to vet those new, fresh entrepreneurs that's ready to take you down for a fall. It occurs in small business. How to control it? You can control it by taking your breath, taking space, and saying, is it really worth my business? Is it really worth my brand? Is it really worth me losing some of my income behind? Do I want this in person because they got a large following and it'll be good for business. No, it is not, because they got a lower tolerance don't mean it's going to help you out. It's going to help them out. You may have a good rating, but it's not necessarily those followers are going to come to your location. They're just internet followers. They're not per se always the client. They're just the cheerleaders behind this fresh entrepreneur that's coming for blood. How to control the outcome of your personal service. You can't get caught up on what the next person's done or what the other person is done. You just now got to be creative and come up a way to come up out of the mess that you have created. Don't show any defeat. Think of another plans to let your business shine. Clearly, all the ideas that you came up with your business is not the only thing you have. You know, in business, you're supposed to have something revolving and new ideas at all the time, because there's always up and coming business that's just like yours. And remember, I don't care how many clients they take. Do you know it's billions and millions in certain cities and countries and internationally in different places that have not even reached your business? I don't care if you're in a major city. Don't get caught up on the like kind businesses, because it's too many people that have not been serviced by neither company. And it's plenty of people out there that's may one day say, decide I want to get this new. I'm going to go at this location. So don't get caught. Just keep promoting, keep advertising, let people know that you're there. It's a struggle when you're in small business. It's a struggle when you're an independent contractor. It's a struggle when you're a small business operating with booth spaces. It's a struggle. It's bad enough it's a struggle due to payroll, even when you're W-2ing it. Do the business the right way to prevent bloopers. If you're going to have independent contractors and if you manage the income to come in, manage the payroll correctly. But if you don't have bookkeeping going on, you come across bloopers and problems on top of problems. Conflicts on top of conflicts. Because if someone wants to be in your business, they're going to understand you're doing it the straight and right way by the law. You're not hiding and nickel and diming. Don't get me wrong. People that has it all together still have their small problems, have problems similar to you, but sometimes they just have it more clear because they're not going to bend the rules because they're a cash paying customer. They're going to make sure that they have their receipt. They're going to make sure any income that comes that they can see, they're going to get their 1099. If it's whatever income sources they have, if it's a rent lease, they're going to have it on that 1099 saying that whatever they disperse, they're going to report it. Conflicts come because people come for you when they know that you don't know, and when you're not doing right. You can know and still not follow the rule. So there are plenty opportunists out there, and they're waiting for people that's in business that are desperate and will take anything just to get off the ground. Stop falling for the beginning business bloopers. If you find yourself in this situation, find yourself to pick you up and change the whole outcome of your business. All the true players will stay. All the ones that you weed out will leave. When you run your business in order, people will notice, and you will get other people that want to work for your business. But if you don't have any control of your business or what's going on, conflict comes. Have your business meetings. I don't care if you cash paying. I don't care if you got a business account, whatever you do your business meetings. Whether if it's 1 month, every 3 months, every 6 months, annually. See where the people that you're renting space to, where their mindset at. Because it can prevent that slip out. They all of a sudden come up missing, don't pay the rent. Communicate is the key. Always stay in their ear to see how they're doing financially. Don't assume and you wait and them not going to do it to pay you, and then they take 2 or 3 days out and they on vacation, they never come back. You could have prevented that by communicating, knowing what's coming in the business to see if they have the ability to keep up with the cash flow. Understanding that there's people that is in business for just rental property, that rent booth space is totally different than a person that's in business that their service that they're trying to do is a two-part. They may have a license to do a particular type of service that they're licensed in, or they may not have a license, or they may have a business that they can create where booth space can be rented out. But if it's just a regular company that's leasing the space, they face the same obstacles of booth finance issues. So basically, are you willing to accommodate your employees? Are you willing to accommodate your tenants? Because basically they're your tenants, even if they're renting a booth space and y'all in the same like business and it's your company and you all provide services. So it's just that the business owner choosing to do their specialty, which is the name, whatever that type of personal service is, a product is. They have a nap in a business mind to do business management, to be on the side of taking on a second duty, which is managing booth spaces, is rental, lease spaces for their same type of business or other type of businesses. Because you can have a business that do different things in there. You're going to have to still be able to control the outcome to make sure there's no conflict. You still got to communicate. Everyone say, oh, I don't feel like communicating. I don't have to communicate. They just need to pay me my money. That's easily said and done until you get into business and learn that communication really cures a lot of the conflicts. No, you don't have to say anything. Yeah, they may have signed your lease agreement, your arrangements, your contracts, but at the end of the day, you still want to be able to work with people to keep your cash flow coming. You still want to be alert to know when a tenant or a person that's renting a space out from you, if they're going to have conflicts where you're going to be able to be on target, to be able to put somebody else in that space, to it being sitting up there empty, because it's still not making any money, even if they cannot pay, or even if it's empty. So you have to sometime figure out what's going on. Is this a fixable situation, or is this person just running a scam and trying to see how far they can go? Check that history. You have more right when it's your business to do job background research on anyone that you place in those booth spaces to see if there's a history or pattern of non-payment. Communicate with the other business owners that may have allowed them to rent spaces before. Do your background, because it is your business. When you don't want trouble to come in your business because you feel like it's not none of your business to know what's going on, it's their personal life. What are you going to do if their personal lives come inside of your business? Now you got chaos because you feel like you didn't need, it wasn't a need to know. Everything is a need to know when it comes to your business, because believe it or not, in personal services, it is common that conflict occurs, and if you don't have any ethical rules in place, you will find yourself in an uncompromising situation with other personal problems that your tenant has with other people. So the main thing is making sure that you do organize, create you an ethics book. Let your tenants know what your guidelines are, what you're willing to do. Make sure it's detailed even in their contract. You're willing to accept, what you're willing not to accept, what is a violation, are you going to pay for their violations? Is that what you're saying when you don't do any book work? Okay, if you don't do no fact finding about the services they're doing in your business, can cause great conflict that you're not even aware about. Get to know or make sure, fact find about who you place in those spots. Remember, always try to have an ethics, guys, if you're doing a two-party business owner tenant lease situation. Sometimes people cannot pay. It may be a slow income flux. Find out what's going on. But if it gets where that is on a consistent basis that you're having a hard time pulling money from a person, that's a clear indication that is not a secure lease. And they're maybe not ready for business yet. And for those that have their own plans, sometimes they may just need to step out and go find their own building and space where they can do the rules and run their business how they want to. That's a difference of establishing a business, creating a place where people, creating jobs, or creating space where other small companies just like or different, they can be inside. That's supposed to be in your lease arrangements. So whatever your do's and don'ts, just abide by the law. Check your city codes, your state codes to see and make sure you're not in violation on your tenants, vice versa. Because tenants have obligations just like the owners have obligations to follow the law. Just keep that always on mind, that you're obligated to follow law just like they're obligated to follow law. Some court visits are not needed if you follow by the books that's already recommended by your city, state code enforcement laws. Stakeholders, not always the boss. You're not always the boss. You just have an interest in the business and you like how a business owner is doing business. But sometimes stakeholders step over boundaries. Some feel so confident that they feel like they can say and do whatever they please. Some stakeholders may have an interest in a spot and will come with determination, but with the wrong verbiage. What I mean by wrong verbiage? The wrong verbiage is saying, I can be an asset to your business and get it back running better than yours. Or I can bring more to the game than you can. Are you an artist? Are you a beautician? You don't look like one. Some come, not all, some come with the wrong verbiage or communication because they feel that they're the entrepreneur, they're the great fit for their location because they have their clientele together. But they may come with the wrong intent. The wrong intent to run the business, to control the business, to not even acknowledge the boss, the owner of the business. Stakeholders have so much. So are you going to be a negative stakeholder or are you going to be a positive stakeholder that you can bring some to the game, but you're not going to verbally bring it. You're going to show me. You're going to be like the show me state. So are you going to be that type of stakeholder that don't need no boasting and bragging on what you can and can't do? And 9 times out of 10, you can't because it's not your business. You may be able to bring in the clientele and bring so much in, but you're trying to establish your brand within that person's business. and trying to close them out, you have not invested in their business enough to feel that you have that much power. I'm talking about the stakeholders. I'm making you accountable because you're maybe just leasing a booth. You may be a stakeholder as a partner, but have not invested financially. You feel that your words should be the controlling factor of how the business is ran. If you help establish the business and then contribute to it, 9 times out of 10 you're just silent. You don't hold any weight because you didn't put in, unless you can put a value of your service as a stakeholder to that company. If you're a partnership, but if you're just a regular contractor, sit several seats back. Understand, you need to gain control of how you do business at someone else's establishment. Control your behavior. I know the energy is so high, you want to do so well. Well, get your business plan going. Get your own business. Never overpower others. They see your great works. But in order to be heard, you need to form your own business. Do your own thing. But don't take control of someone else's business. Watch your word verbiage. How you communicate. You may have great intentions, but your word choice of dominancy can turn and cause more conflicts than you can imagine. It's more to it than doing the work. Sometimes you have to do the communication skills, and everybody does not have that gift of communicating. But if you're going in business, you need to acquire that, because you're going to most definitely need it and practice on how to handle your customers. How can you want to be in business and you can't even communicate with your boss? Think about word usage can detour money. No different than a boss. I'm not letting them off the slide either, because they have to be accountable of their word verbiage too. How you communicate to those that are paying booth fee or you're paying them determines on how long you have them be of service to your business. Change your attitude. Your attitude depends on how much money you bring. It determines if a person is willing to still put up with your personality. Do not let your personality detour your finances. Hey, you need a counselor, psychology. I'm not one, but there is plenty of them out there that can help you to the right direction on how to communicate with others. Take up a speech class. Take up a communication class. Anything to elevate your business to the next level. Believe it or not, in business, you need to always refresh yourself on all type of services, communication, management, to take your business and your crew to the next level. Empower those that work with you. Provide them with information that things that are going on in the community or in the city that they have a business for, even those contractors there. Make them feel valued where they want to be there. Don't let them crawl back into the basement to start back work because they can't deal with your personality as a business owner. Stop detouring your money. These are some business bloopers that do occur. Communication has always ruled the nation. So believe it. This is business beginning bloopers. Beginner's business bloopers. It happens. But you can change the outcome of the beginning business bloopers.